Good day everyone and welcome to this video. Today I'll be explaining how the Maoni mobile app works, starting from the home page to the settings page. Starting with the home page. What you can see here in the home screen is the dashboard, and the dashboard shows you a summary of everything. So you can see here at the very top you have revenue, expenses, profit and outstanding. You also have this section that shows you a graph of your revenue against your expenses. Um, yeah, so you can toggle it between daily numbers to weekly numbers to monthly numbers and to yearly numbers as well, depending on the kind of record that you have. So moving on, the next is the client screen. And the client screen is where you keep track of all your clients or customers. Now you can see this plus button here. Once you click it, shows you a couple of options, but the first option you see is add client. Once you click add client, it takes you to the screen where you can manually input the information of your client, or you can just import it from your contacts, which makes it kind of easy to just, if you have their numbers already, you can just import it with their names, their phone numbers, and then you can later go ahead and edit it. You want to add the address or any special notes to it. So here we're just going to do a sample client, uh, Abati. And as you can see, the name is the only field that you are required to have. So all the other fields can be left empty. And you can save. Now, when you click on the client, it shows you if they have an existing order. It shows you the order that this client has made. Then you can go ahead and see more information on that. We're just going to go back here and proceed to the next tab, which is the orders tab. So when you go to the order screen, now here you can see all your orders, and they can be further classified into pending or in progress or ready or delivered or cancelled. So to just help you get a better view of the orders you have. Now again, you can just click the plus icon at the bottom right, and you can add an order from the list of options available. Add an order. Here it takes you to this new order screen. On this screen, you can select the client was the order. You can put the order details. Let's say it's a shirt, for example. Now you can put other information like the agreed amount, some extra notes, maybe the customization the customer wants. You can keep track of them here. And if that's a due date agreed upon, you can just put here. And for the items, right, if a client has more than one order, let's say shirts and trousers or more than one shirt, you can keep track of them here. Right? It could be maybe two shirts, so you can add them however it is. You can also keep track of order spec, and this order spec is classified or it's shown based on the type of business that you run. So, for example, this is, you can see options of cake business here. That's because the client was the whole app was set as a bakery. That's why it's like this. So we're just gonna go ahead and skip this. I'm just gonna say shirt here and save. Oh, see, this is very important. You have to put the agreed amount. Totally forgot about that. So the agreed amount, let's say, is 5,000. And go ahead now and save. You can see here it's a pending order. You can see the orange here. It's on paid. All newly created orders will be set as unpaid. Now, you can click this and you can make a number of changes. Say, for example, the client Apache already paid, you can just record a payment. You can also keep track of the status here. Like, okay, this order, what's the status level? Is it in progress? Have you started working on it? Is it ready? Is it delivered? Has the order been cancelled? So yeah, that's that for the other screen. Now the next one is a transaction screen. Now in the transaction screen, it's a simple screen. Money comes in, money goes out, income and expense. So what you have here is just you know, a way to keep track of income and expenses. We all know that expenses, go on every day, so you can keep track of your expenses. If say you're someone that has a business that is not really formal, you can also keep track of your personal expenses because your business mixed together. You don't have any problem, you can still keep track of everything. The only thing you have to do is you can use the same app to keep track of your income. That is your personal income because you're using your personal income to fund your business. So it can just be one big whole family here. So for this one, you can add a transaction, go to that plus button, you can add an income, you can add an expense. I'm just going to go through each of them, start with the expense. Now you can just put a description of that expense, the amount, the date, some notes, category of the expense. Is it personal? Is it, something you bought for your business? Whichever one it might be. How did you pay for it? Right? Just to keep track of where money came from. And if it's a personal expense, you can actually mark it here so that you'll be able to, easily classify. Now, if this expense is linked to an order, you can actually link it to an order here. It will show you the available orders. And you can just, we're just gonna assume this is, just some expense. Let's say transport. It's a transport expense of 1,000 for this date, and we can call it gas and utility. Oh, sorry, as transport here. So you can just select transport. We paid cash. Yeah, it's not linked to any order, so we can just save it. So you see here we have our transport expense recorded. Now let's say we have income come through from any kind of source. You can still go to this plus icon, click the add income button, and you can easily create an income. Actually, income here can be anything, like literally anything. We can even put like our salary, for example. Let's say a salary of 100K. I think that's 100K. Yeah. So for category, yeah, we can just say, uh, yeah. So this is something we have to work on. I apologize. Would actually need to add more categories so that it can keep track of something like, incomes that are not related to the business, like a personal. So we're supposed to have a personal category here. We would add that. In the meantime, we can just affiliate it to, I don't know, a cake holder. So payment method, you can choose bank transfer if you like, then you can save. Now the reason why we don't have a personal category here for income is because the app wasn't actually designed to keep track of your personal, you know, transactions. However, given the fact that most people actually combine everything, we just felt okay, maybe we should transition it to that kind of app where you can keep track of your personal expenses on the side while keeping track of your business expenses, which is what really matters here. Right? So we'll on the next update we will make this addition. All right, so we can save this. You can see here we have 100K added, sort of 1,000, and yeah, that's it. These are the basic things. Now, finally, we can go to the settings. And this is where see everything that is set on the business. You can see your name here, which is editable. Edit it. Go with something like changes automatically. And the business type is something that cannot be changed. Reason because you're using this for a particular business. We expect that you're using it for that particular business. That you'll not be changing businesses every now and then. So once you launch the app, you get to pick your kind of business and it stays as that. All right, the next thing is the currency. Now, this is for Africa. So even if you're from Nigeria, you can pick currency of your country, in terms of your currency. Then I think that is that for any functionality wise stuff. The next is appearance. So we actually have two modes. We have dark mode and we have currently, as you can see, dark. But once I toggle it back again, it's going to go to light mode, right? This is light mode. So I'm just going to go back to dark mode because I like it better. Now we have the language. People might be wondering, language? Yeah, language. So right here, this app is basically designed to two languages. We have English and then we have Hausa. So it actually convert everything into Hausa. Everything will now become in Hausa. Or language barrier issues. I'm gonna go back to my English. And these are notifications. These notifications are push notifications. They simply mean that if you create any order and there's a due date to it, this order due reminder is going to remind you a couple of days, sorry, in 24 hours before your due date that hey, you actually have an order that is due in 24 hours. This may be, you got lost in other activities. The other alert is unpaid order alert. Let's say someone hasn't paid an order yet, or you haven't recorded that they have actually paid. So it's going to send you an alert on your phone like this notification that hey, this is not paid. Has it been paid? If it has, you just log it in and now in terms of data management, I said that you cannot change your business type. However, if for some reason you start a new business and stop the current business you're doing, you can actually still use this app, but that would mean losing your old data or rather clearing it out because obviously you're starting a new business, you need a new setting. So you can do that here by changing business type, which will clear all the information we've imputed, for example. You can also just clear all data if that's what you want, like you want to just start fresh. And yeah, do that as well. So that's it for this. If you have any feedback you want to, give us directly, you can send it to our email using this last button here. Send feedback takes you to our email address, and you can make suggestions and any improvements that you feel are necessary. Now to wrap this up, I'm going to go back to the home screen. Now you can see the numbers have changed here. We have revenue of 100,000, expense of 1,000. Obviously, the profit will be 99,000. Have an outstanding when you were expecting to get paid for. That's 5,000 naira from the order that we made. So yeah, that's it for this application. I hope everything is clear. And if you have any question, you can just drop it down in the comment section, or you can reach out to me directly. And thank you very much. God bless.